Let's talk about the four basic principles you must have before you can sell or buy anything. I mean, we're relating it to real estate here, but this is goes for everything. So the first thing, you have to have the financial ability, both to buy or sell. These days, selling is not usually an issue, but I remember back in the early 2000s or mid 2000s, 2005, 2008, a lot of people couldn't sell because they owed more than what the property was worth, so they couldn't sell it. When it comes to buying, it doesn't matter what you want, where you want it, how you want it. If you don't have the ability to buy it, you're just wasting your time. Don't go out looking for properties. Don't go out finding properties because they're not going to be there when you are pre-approved or ready to buy. Which brings us to the second point: readiness. Being ready to buy not only financially but also life-wise. Right? Are the kids still in school? They need to finish school before you can buy. Will you find a property and then say, "Oh, geez, I need to have my parents look at it because they're giving us some of the down payment"? Any delay will cost you possibly getting the house because there's other people that are looking and their offer will have a deadline and they probably get the house before you. But in the meantime, that you're trying to do whatever it is to get ready. So don't wait for the right house to come up before you say, okay, are we ready to do this? And where purchasing real estate is such a unique thing, especially in New England, where I am. No two houses are really alike. It's not like a you know neighborhood that they build all the similar types of homes. You have very unique properties here. So when you are ready to buy, if you do find your dream home or the right home and you miss it, you might be kicking yourself later. So being ready is very important. The third thing is having the right motivation. This is not a leisurely activity. There's a lot of work that goes into it. There's a lot of running around that goes into it. And if you don't have the right motivation behind it, then you probably won't go through with it. I often liken it to running a marathon. You're not going to wake up one morning and say, hey, let's go out run a marathon this weekend. You got to train, you got to practice, you got to prepare yourself to finish. Otherwise, you're going to go a mile, 2 miles, 3 miles, and then quit. So once you're financially ready, when you're actually ready, for your family and emotionally, etc., then you have to have the right motivation behind it to see it through to the end. And the last thing is being reasonable with your expectations. We often hear people say champagne taste on beer budget. So you got to understand what your money can and can't buy you. If you want to look at my video on pricing, it'll show you the four things that set up the price: location, size, condition, amenities. And you have to understand that given your financial ability, there's only so much you can buy in each location. So you may have to be flexible on location, you may have to be flexible on size, condition, etc. But being reasonable with your expectations goes a long way in being able to successfully purchase something. It's hard to start looking for a home and fail, start looking for a home 6 months later and fail and keep failing. At some point, you just missed out on the market, and now your money doesn't buy you as much as it would 6 months ago, a year ago. So you're kicking yourself. So you have to meet with the right real estate agent, set your expectations, figure out what the best options are for you, and then check off these boxes. Am I financially able? Am I ready? Is my motivation right? And am I reasonable with my expectations? Once you check them all off, then you're ready to go looking. So, any questions? Feel free to scan the QR code or reach out to me, and we could set up a one-on-one to discuss it further, or I can just answer a few questions. Thank you, and all the best.